guys, I got a package from Ted Park, and inside of there is a lock key forward. This is from Random, called Random's Challenge Lock. It's something Ted took a look at, made a couple of modifications to, and forwarded to me. I do have the key, nicely packaged up there. Standard American. Before we try to pick it, though, let's take a look at the keyway. There are probably more questions about this lock than any other. Probably because they're so cheap on eBay. I think these sell for like $6. But you can put up to 6 pins in them, and usually they come with serrated, so pretty cool lock. A lot of questions about what pick to use, so let's take a look at this keyway. Now, you might be tempted, I'm going to turn it sideways here, you might be tempted to try to get a very thin pick, like a 15 thousandths, and try to go from the bottom of the keyway. Now it will fit in there, and you can partially set most of the pins, but if the pins are cut very high, that piece of warding right there will prevent you from reaching up to the highest point. So you're not going to be really successful trying to pick from the bottom. Maybe something thinner than a 15 thousandths, I don't know. I've tried a 14, it didn't work too good for me, but it might work if you have a thinner pick. But what I found works pretty good. Let me grab another pick here that come here you. This is a offset hybrid. This is a pick I've been using more and more, basically in place of a standard hook. So if we can't pick from the bottom, you're going to be forced to pick from that edge right there. You're going to rest the bottom of the pick on that piece of warding right there, and you're going to pick at an angle, and you can pick up to the highest possible cut using a standard hook or one of these offset hybrids. And that's what I'm going to try to do right now. Okay, so that's a lot of talking. Why don't we shut up, Bill, and do some picking, right? Okay, I like to use top of the keyway. Let's see, I got these new tension wrenches, so I'm not sure which one it's going to be. So I'll start with the thickest first. I'm pretty sure that's going to be too thick. So probably the white one. I'll have to use the deep end. Maybe not even the white one. Let's try the blue one. The blue one is 0.8 millimeters or 0.029 inches. Don't tell me. Yeah, that does fit. Okay. All right, there we go. I'm going to take this offset hybrid and again move this a little bit so we can see what's going on. And I'm going to pick from this little ledge here. I'm going to use him as a foundation. All right, light tension, because we know they come stock with serrated, so it's got at least that in there, right? Light tension. Okay, I was clicking on pin number 2. Pin number 2 is still binding, so I'll give him another click. Okay, here we go. Fight my way to the rear. A lot of these are right on the bottom. Okay, that was 5. Okay, that was 3. Very light tension. I'm just kind of give it a little jiggle. And sometimes you can hear it. That was actually too many clicks. That was pin number 1. Might have overset him. Work to the rear. Try it. Serrateds are real easy to overset. And that's obviously what's in here. Everything is giving me multiple clicks. Pin 5 is right on the bottom, and it feels like 6 is the only binder. Okay, that was a click on him. Pin 2, got a click on him. That was 2 clicks, Bill. Reach up there, check 1. This may be a dead core, I don't know, because we haven't tried the key, so every once in a while just give it a little jiggle with your thumb. You might have it picked and not realize it. It's happened to me more than once. Pin 1 again, another click, he'd fallen back down. It was pin 1 again. 3, nice click on him. I actually felt a little turn on the core there. Pin 1 had fallen back down again. And it feels like 6 is now fallen back down. And, oh wow, deep fault set. I thought we had it there. And by putting that much tension on it, I might have, okay, there we got some counter rotation on 3. I was going to say we might have just overset him. Come on. Pin 1 had fallen back down. Okay, I'm getting counter rotation on 3, very slight. See if I can get on him. A lot of counter rotation. I'm going to probably drop something here. And that's okay. There we go. What do we got here? Okay, there's my fault set. There's some counter rotation on pin 1. Let me get on him. There we go. Wow. Okay. Got pin 1, but now some other stuff has now fallen. Pin 6 is back down. Oh wow, deep set again. I think I might have fallen for the same trap. I think I put too much tension and now bound up the core. Obviously there's a lot of serrations in there. And there we go. Wow. Alright. Let's see what we got. Okay, Phillips. Nothing unusual there. I didn't even think about trying to bypass it. No, I saved everybody some time. Of course, unknown, I'm sorry, random would be pretty irritated by that, I think. Not quite enough, Bill. I didn't unscrew enough. And I still didn't unscrew enough. That bottom just does not, there he goes. Didn't want to pop out of there. I know he's supposed to come out. He is really jammed in there. Wow, that was a very, very tight fit. Okay, we do have a anti-bypass wafer, so I wouldn't have upset random by trying it. All right, we got a key. I'm going to go and lock it up. Let's take a look at the key. And this way I know I don't forget. Looks like we got 2 keys here. All right, beauteous. Works nice and smooth. Let's move this stuff out of here. I'll keep that key. Get a pinning tray, and let's open her up and see what random's got in here. Yeah, man. Gotta use this one. There we go. Make sure we're good. Everything's lined up. And commit. Alright, there's all 6. I don't see any obvious weirdness right up front. But there's the extra pin that Ted Park put in. Serrated. Little tiny standard. Serrated, 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 and there's another standard. And look at this. Somebody went crazy with a tap. Got our money's worth here for sure. All right. Any bet? Oh, I was going to say any bets, guys, but here we got a serrated spool in the first one, a commercial serrated in number 2. And I'm trying to take a look. Lately I've been really messing up the springs. I'm going to push this follower back in to cover up 2, and I'm going to dump out 1. Okay, we have a steel spring for 1, hanging onto my magnetic tweezers. And in 2, see if we can get him to cooperate, it's a brass one. And there we go. Get over there. Number 3 is another serrated. And that spring is a steel one. Serrated spool. Come here, you. And another steel one. You know, I have a degausser. I just really need to use it. And number 5 is a, come here, you. Another serrated. And the oh, I need to get that spring out of there. Another steel one. And last is, looks like a serrated spool. And a brass spring. All right, here's what we're looking at. Oh, wait a minute. We got to check the upper. Let's see. Oh, man, somebody went to town on that too. We definitely got our money's worth. It looks like all those are threaded. You can usually tell from the bottom. And then when you look in there, I think you can see every single one of those is threaded. I think if I was going to do this, I would probably thread like 2 or 3 of them and then leave the others standard. And that way you can add some variation between the feel. But other than that, great job, especially since every single one of these pinnings had a serrated, either a serrated upper or serrated spool upper or a serrated key pin. So Random, great job. Appreciate the opportunity to pick it. You did a great job. This is really very, very, very nice and clean threading. Anyway, thanks for your time, guys. Stay safe. Stay legal.